There's one thing I need to do. Your surname, how to pronounce it?
Just call me Nihat.
Just Nihat.
Nihat, yeah, Nihat Khalil. It's Khalilzadeh.
Khalilzadeh.
Yeah.
Khalilzadeh. Okay, that's not bad. The DOTT really wanted to interview Nihat because Nihat, not just at the personal level, but even at the professional level, has been guiding so many foreigners and has really been making a huge difference for the foreign community in South Korea. Not just students, but business professionals and any kind of really life path. So we just want to get to know you a little bit better, Nihat. Why did you come to Korea? How long have you been here?
All right, first of all, thank you for interviewing. I have been in Korea 12 years and I came to Korea as a scholarship student. Probably most of the people who's listening to us, they have heard about that. There's a Korean government scholarship program, which is one of the actually best program, like you can find in the world. Is basically they're offering everything and also life expenses to come to Korea and settle in here. I came when I was 17 to Korea, and since then I just stayed in Korea. I studied my bachelor's, master's, and even now I'm doing PhD in the best university of Korea. And while staying here, I got chances actually to connect with the government and try to help expats when they arrive Korea. As you mentioned, Korea is the country, they just opened their borders to foreigners, and there are many people who's willing to come to Korea, but they don't know how to do that. And also after coming here, it's even more complicated because they don't know where to use. That's why we have a center, like expat support center, so you can find all information A to Z.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm director for that center, Gangnam Global Village Center.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit more about this helping the foreigner part, since we're already starting, and then just focus more on you as a person. So, are you happy with the work that you've been accomplishing? I guess it must be very fulfilling. What would you share with us about your work here?
To be honest, as soon as I came to Korea 12 years before, it was really hard actually to settle, and it was really hard to get information. That was the main reason for me, to select this job and work in this industry. It's just because as soon as I came, I had this struggle, and I don't want to see anyone else to have same struggle.
And even for me personally, I can say that you really made a difference. So I think you are achieving your goal. Even I met you at a hard time when I was actually thinking about moving my business elsewhere, and I stayed because of your counseling, as you know already. But anyway, at a more personal level, what would you say about your life in Korea? I guess you could talk to us about the little things that you enjoy, in terms of your way coming to work, or more political things, I guess, transportation system or even visas, whatever you want to talk about.
To be honest, when I think about the influence of Korea to my life, firstly, most of the people, they come to Korea because they select Korea and they come to Korea. But in my case, Korea selected me and they invited me to Korea. And as soon as I came here, it was not really the country I was considering to live in future. But when time passed, after studying in here 5 years, then I felt okay. I made really great network, and this country, it's new for expats, and I will just give personal view. In the country I'm coming from, in there, none of the foreigners, they can become public officer.
Mm-hmm.
But in here, they offered me to be public officer, and country like Korea, which is just open for foreigners, it's huge challenge. And of course, there are lots of difficulties, in case of our job.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's really great to be a bridge between expat community and government. So before they were having lots of policies, you know, to support foreigners, but they didn't know how to introduce them. You know, like they try to do something good, but at the end they become really bad. And I think like in Corona situation, you felt that also, like the communication is really important. And in that situation, that's the main role is given to us, so we can communicate with the communities, the community leaders, and let them know about the situation, exact situation. Let's say, you know, like in Corona situation, when government said, oh, all foreigners, they should get tested. And of course, like from local foreigners, they felt this like, oh, like this is not good, this is against the foreigners, this is discrimination. But from government perspective, they were thinking, oh, like because foreigners, they don't have time, you know, on daytime they are all working, so they don't have time to go to those centers to get tested. So we give them special time, and we order all companies stop working and let those foreigners to go to get tested. And they tried to be nice, but it turned out like in different way, and there were lots of news about this. So we try to solve this kind of problems. Of course, like in case of the emergency situation, they don't listen to us, like they do what they have to do, but then we try to solve the problems. That's why actually we got this role in government, and it's helping a lot, like being in here, you know. I think this is great challenge, and also really opportunity for me, you know, to change the mind of people, mind of society, the attitudes, you know, like because when you look at the history of, you know, like Korea, and also immigration history in Korea, we can say that it didn't really have like long history. Korea believed that, you know, like they are just mono-ethnic country, but now we are getting diverse. And by the way, like when I came to this position, I was foreigner, but now I changed my nationality. I got naturalized, and I'm Korean now. So now more than just, you know, like helping foreigners to settle in Korea, I'm trying to help also those people who has settled in here for a long time and got naturalized or got married with Korean people, or just living in Korea as a foreigner but for a really long time. I'm trying to help those people also to get accepted by society and have better life in Korea. Like we don't need, like, you know, like just give good options for foreigners, but I want to tell Korea, you know, like let's have same options, you know, like everybody living in here like peacefully, everybody paying tax, everybody trying to do their best in their jobs, in their life, and let's just treat them all together like same level. That's why, you know, like I think my position in here, doing these things, it's really helping people and also making me happy. Like personally, I'm feeling really happy when I try to help someone. I do my best and see the results, and 99%, you know, like it goes to the good way. Like it doesn't end in bad way. Like even it's going to, let's say someone is trying to do business but it didn't go well, then I can help them to change the direction, or they can try different industries, or they can enter company, they can enter university. Like there are different options, and we try to put the options, you know, in front of them so they don't feel really sad. Okay, our business didn't go well, then I can maybe try this one or that one. We show them just the roadmap, like then they can decide for themselves.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think your job is really important in two ways. First of all, in communicating the options that people have, because people usually don't even know the options that they have. Sure. But I think the reason why you're very good at your job, if I may say so, I think most people would agree, is because Korea is, like you said, is just now starting to seriously think about helping foreigners, and I think there's still a lot of resistance in terms of law, and I think you specifically are a very um, sensible and balanced person, in the sense that you get you can communicate very well with the Koreans, but you can also communicate very well with the foreigners. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I imagine that it is very hard for you to make this connection at this critical moment.
True. It's not really easy, you know, like because firstly they have the culture and they have this, you know, like the style of you know, like talking, and it's completely different for each country. And I have to match all of them with Koreans.
Yes.
And in case of the Korean government, they have really strict rules. Like changing one law is not really easy. You know, like once it's changed, it's not also easy to take it back.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Korean government now, they are really interested in, you know, like having more foreigners in Korea. But of course, they have to keep the balance. That's what they consider. Like they don't want to just open like welcome everyone, but they try to keep the balance and but invite talented foreigners, you know, like it's not just because of you know, like the foreigners are interested in Korea, but it's also policy of the government, because honestly Korea needs foreigners too. Like both sides, they need each other. And for making it smoothly, you know, like without any problems, and prepare for the future, you know, like that. Because if we don't prepare beforehand, there can be lots of difficulties. Let's say accepting all of a sudden like lots of like 1 million foreigners, but without having any immigration system for them, or you know, like the support system for them, it can cause them mess. That's why it's better if we have special, you know, like the platforms prepared all beforehand, you know, like before they come. And then I think Korea is the innovative country, you know, like they will make something like I don't think like it will take that long time. They will make environment, you know, like for everyone to come and live in here. Like if they actually need it, they will make it. Like they're smart people. They know what they are doing. Honestly.
Okay. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.